Bill, you want to do the mandolin? 38? 38, 38, first reading? 38. Oh, Mike, how are we doing on time? Just to pace it. Oh, we're good. 25. You know, they probably could crank it up just a bit for, you know. Once again, whatever tempo you want, just so you know. Yes, I think so, but it's up to them. Bill, repeats or no? Jack, repeats or no? I don't have any. I only have the one repeat. Oh, I see. There they are. I'd rather not. I don't even want to play it. Well, we don't have to play it if you don't want to. It's really weird. Let's do the one for two trumpets instead. I think that's more fun. This is a sort of a weird one. I know why John never liked to play. It's a weird second page. I don't know. All right, 36. This is pretty. We get to do it. Okay, on 36, I'll be a lightweight cellist because I'm afraid of cramping up. Give us a clear idea of tempo before you start. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this thing without cramping up.
40?
Which one?
40?
40.
Yeah. Well, we're getting pretty close to. I want to kind of. No? All right, how about 41? 41.
This is okay. You okay?
Give me a moment. Maybe I should have another swig of water. Maybe, anyways.
Banana. Chancellor.
Not yet. Where's what? What's that?
What are we playing?
Oh, yeah, 58.
Where is it?
It's at the back.
Pomp and circumstance. That's what it is. It's in the back. Okay. This one.
It's in this one.
Gonna be the next
Maybe. If I can play, yes. I'm thinking 53. 53Q.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
Oh, Sicilian, yes. Right now I'm waiting for this thing on cramp. This is ridiculous. I just can't play when a cold breeze is on my hands now. Just
Bass player friend of mine, he has Parkinson's.
whoa.
He's had to switch to German bow.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Well, this is a. It seems to be just a cold air on hand thing, which is bad. Because I can, Bill,
53Q.
no repeats. No repeats. Not too slow.
Welcome to the 23rd Annual Commencement Ceremonies of the University of Washington Bothell. We open with the national anthem, performed today by Marlene Manzo. Marlene is graduating today with her Bachelor of Arts in Society, Ethics, and Human Behavior.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Marlene. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I now have the honor of introducing the Chancellor of the University of Washington Bothell, Dr. Byung-Wolf Ye.
Thank you, Professor Laram. Distinguished guests, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, students. What a wonderful day for commencement. Today we have the honor of congratulating our graduates, but I also want to take a moment to wish all of our fathers and grandfathers a happy Father's Day. In a few minutes, we'll be honoring students who have worked hard and sacrificed much to be able to walk across this stage today and claim their well-deserved diplomas. Now, commencement ceremonies are time-honored academic traditions that extend hundreds of years into the past. These traditions symbolize the fundamental values of the pursuit of truth, the preservation of freedom, and cultivation of community. Commencement ceremonies are very festive occasions, as you know, acknowledging the completion of one phase of life and commencing new challenges and opportunities now available because of a student's hard work. To the members of the class of 2014, you'll be receiving degrees and certificates today, and you should be very, very proud of your accomplishments, as I know we're all proud of you. So let's give our graduates an opportunity to take in this moment. I would like to ask all of us here to congratulate the class of 2014 and to stand and applaud their accomplishments. Okay. Well, class 2014, your biggest fans are right around here, all over. Not one of these graduates have made it to this important day without the support of many, many, many people, including parents, step-parents, siblings, spouses, partners, children, cousins, grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, and many, many more. So now, I would like to ask the class of 2014 to stand and give a hand up to those who have supported you for today. Yep. Please be seated. So now I would like to introduce you to some of our distinguished guests sitting here on the platform. The University of Washington comprises 3 unique campuses, one in Tacoma, one in Seattle, and of course, our campus in Bothell. Okay. And the ultimate responsibility for the 3 campuses rests with the members of the University of Washington Board of Regents, 10 citizens who are appointed by the governor and confirmed by the state senate. These dedicated men and women commit a tremendous amount of skill, passion, and time each year to ensure that health and well-being of the University of Washington. 7 of our regents are here with us this afternoon. I would like to introduce them at this time, but please hold your applause until they all have been introduced. Chair of the Board, Regent Orrin Smith. Vice Chair of the Board, Regent William Eyre. Regent Jeremy Jake. Regent Rogelio Rojas. Student Regent Kiana Scott. Regent Patrick Shanahan. And Regent Herb Simon. Please recognize our regents. Now, it is my privilege to introduce the President of the University of Washington, President Michael K. Young. You will hear from President Young later in the program. Also, key to the central administration of the campuses of the University of Washington is the Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. Anamari Kause. I am pleased to introduce the leadership of the University of Washington Bothell. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Susan Jeffords. Vice Chancellor for Administration and Planning, Dr. Anna Karaman. Vice Chancellor for Advancement and External Relations, Dr. Richard Penny. Dean of the School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, Dr. Elaine Scott. Dean of the School of Business, Dr. Sandeep Krishnamurthy. Director of the Nursing and Health Studies Program, Dr. David Allen. Director of the Education Program, Dr. Bradley Portine. Dean of the School of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences, Dr. Bruce Burgett. Assistant Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Management, Jill Orcutt. Associate Dean of the University of Washington Libraries and Director of the UW-Bothell Library, Sarah Ledley. Dean of Student Affairs, George Theo. Interim Assistant Vice Chancellor for Information Technologies, Joe Shelley. Director of the Center for University Studies and Programs, CUSP, Dr. Leslie Ashbaugh. Assistant Vice Chancellor for Research, Carolyn Brennan. And General Faculty Organization Chair, Dr. Kari Laram, who is also serving as our Grand Marshal today. Please help me thank the women, men who lead this great university. Also seated on the platform today are our readers who will read the names of each graduate as they cross the stage. Will you all stand and be recognized? In just a few minutes, the class of 2014 will become honored UW-Bothell alumni. Here representing our alumni is Michelle Gamboa, chair of our Alumni Council. I'm also very excited to briefly recognize Mr. John Quinones on the platform party today, who will be introduced more formally later and who will be delivering today's commencement address. Mr. Quinones. And finally, I wish to acknowledge the members of the University of Washington Bothell Advisory Board. Our advisory board members volunteer their time, experience, and wisdom on behalf of the campus. They help to build community support and provide important advice and guidance to the university at every stage of development of the campus. The full list of our board members is in your program today. I would like to introduce our advisory board members who have joined us this afternoon. Suzanne Del Rio, Carl Zapora, and Luis Navarro. Okay. The centerpiece of a UW-Bothell education is the close working relationships between students, faculty, and staff. This has certainly been true for students in the class of 2014. The faculty have guided you and shared their knowledge and experience with you. Staff have supported you and facilitated the educational process. Many staff played quiet, invisible roles, yet they have helped make your education happen. So now I invite the members of the faculty and staff of the University of Washington Bothell to stand so we may acknowledge you properly for the critical role you all have played in the lives of our graduates. Faculty and staff, UW-Bothell. Thank you. Now on today's most special, special guests, our graduates. So let me tell you a little bit about our class of 2014, which is 1,600 strong. So today, we'll confer 1,388 baccalaureate degrees and 220 master's degrees. We also have 30 students who have earned their Washington State residency certificates in education. Together with this class, we now have more than 14,000 UW-Bothell alumni contributing to the economy and enriching our community. UW-Bothell is fulfilling its commitment to serve the people of Washington, particularly those living in the Puget Sound region. Many of today's graduates have maintained careers while attending school. Many raise families. Our graduates are diverse in every way you can imagine. Diversity is the core value of this university. To that end, I'm proud to announce the appointment of Dr. Terrell Ross, who will join us this July as the new Director for Diversity. UW-Bothell has diversity that you won't find on many other campuses. Our graduates hail from as close as Bothell and Seattle to as far away as China, France, Kenya, and Nepal. Most senior member of this class is 63 years young, and the youngest is merely 19. And we have one graduate. I know she is here. Where are you, Sean Peterson? Raise your hand. There she is in that back corner under Go Purple. Sean is expecting any minute now. So if we have to, call an emergency vehicle, you know why. So many students have studied abroad. Hundreds have held internships with regional companies. Others taught in local schools or continued as healthcare providers while in school. Indeed, there are over 1,600 unique stories of effort and perseverance among our students, and we're extremely proud of them all. Congratulations. So, we'll begin this afternoon with remarks from our student commencement speaker, Talwinder Singh, President of Associated Students of the University of Washington Bothell. And I've been proud to work with Tal this past year, and I welcome him to the stage. Tal, where are you? This year's student leadership at University of Washington Bothell has been outstanding, thanks in no part to Tal's efforts. He has helped this student body create a strong community of learners. Under his leadership, UW Bothell just broke ground on a new student activities center that will serve students for years to come. We wish Tal and other talented and dedicated student leaders the best the future has to offer. So, with that, Tal Singh.
Thank you, Chancellor Ye. So, my fellow students, congratulations, we made it. I'd like to thank our wonderful administration, faculty, and staff, our gracious donors, and our continually supportive community. And most of all, let us thank our families. We all worked really hard to get here today. We pulled many all-nighters, we worked on a variety of solo and team projects, and continuously challenged ourselves both academically and intellectually. Now that we are going our own ways, let us not forget what we learned at UW Bothell from our faculty and from each other. Wherever each and every one of you go, remember to build an inclusive culture and community, a community that encourages collaboration across disciplines, cultures, and beliefs. In the spirit of our nation's founders, our university has an entrepreneurial history of flexibility and responsiveness to change. In the spirit of the founders of UW Bothell, we thrive on the belief that respect for multiple viewpoints are essential for success. We encourage intellectual contributions that transcend the boundaries of conventional disciplines and enhance our lives and the lives of our community. The late Dr. Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you've said, just like the majority of you will probably forget what I've said in this speech." But it is important to remember that people will never forget how you make them feel. So be kind, be inclusive, and be happy. Go confidently, thank you. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you have imagined, for you are the only one that can provide yourself the life that you have desired. So let me tell you my UW Bothell story. When I arrived at this wonderful institution, I didn't know anybody here. Zero. But I was all by myself. I had my books to keep me company, and it was okay. But then, as I started to branch out and get to know all the incredible people around me, mainly the ones sitting in front of me. I remember starting to feel a connection to this campus and this community. People at UW Bothell are genuinely nice. They care about your opinions and respect your viewpoint. I came into this campus as a lone wolf, but I'm leaving with a family that one can only dream of. A family that will always have my back and love me regardless of my path. I found my wolf pack. I feel a connection to this campus because people not only valued what I had to say, they valued who I was as a person. Please take that with you. Value everyone and value what they have to say. Every person you meet can teach you something. Every connection you make is special and unique. Look around you. You're surrounded by loved ones. Give your neighbor a hug, for there'll always be the person that sat next to you during commencement. Go on, give them a hug. That's a good touch. At UW Bothell, we've grown together. We've also grown alongside our campus. We had an opportunity to build our education instead of just receiving it. When we arrived here, there were limited food options, few places to study, and not a lot of student activities going around. But now, I'm excited to see where this campus is heading. We have some more food options. We have a new Discovery Hall that's ready to accommodate 1,000 more wonderful students. And I'm excited, mainly excited for our new Student Activity Center, which is about to break ground in August. I'm grateful to have been an instrumental part of this growth, and as your student body president, you and UW Bothell will always have a special place in my heart. Now let us go out there and change the world for the better, make every day memorable, never forget why you chose UW Bothell and what you have learned. And remember, the impact you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. So please take that with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tal. Our annual commencement ceremony also offers a moment to honor some special individuals in our community. I now invite Michelle Gamboa, Chair of the Alumni Council, to come forward for a special presentation. Michelle.
I first want to say to the class of 2014, on behalf of the over 14,000 University of Washington Bothell alumni, welcome to the family. You are now prepared to become the leaders of tomorrow, those who will make a lasting impact in our communities. Each year, the University of Washington Bothell recognizes one of our alumni who has made an impact in their community by exhibiting distinguished professional achievements and outstanding community service. It is my honor to present the 2014 UW Bothell Distinguished Alumni of the Year Award to this year's recipient, Sue Ambler. Sue Ambler has been the president and CEO of Workforce Snohomish since 2006. Under her leadership, Workforce Snohomish has been transformed to become a national model for workforce development and has been recognized as one of the Seattle Business Magazine's 100 best companies to work for. She is an active member of our community with a passion for serving youth and families. Whether it's working with elected officials in Washington, D.C. or Washington State, she has been influential in forming initiatives that help the unemployed, veterans, youth, homeless, and many others in need. Sue invests both her personal and professional time to support the creation of a vital local economy. Sue serves on numerous boards, including the University of Washington Bothell STEM School Advisory Board, the Washington First Robotics Board, the United Conference of Mayors, and was the United Way of Snohomish County Community Campaign Chairperson in 2011. Sue holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from Washington State University and received her Master of Education degree from the University of Washington Bothell. She's a longtime resident of Bothell, where she lives with her husband of 32 years, Lane. The Ambler family also includes Blake and his wife, Carrie, and Lieutenant Junior Grade Ian Ambler, Civil Engineering Corps, United States, currently stationed in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Sue, I congratulate you on your achievements and thank you for serving as such a strong example and inspiration of what it means to be a UW Bothell graduate. Please accept this award on behalf of the UW Bothell Alumni Council. Thank you. There you go.
So hopefully you guys will be up here receiving Alumni Award in the next few years. So I now invite Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Susan Jeffers, to come to the stage to present an important faculty award, Distinguished Teaching Award.
As is the tradition with many universities, we celebrate teaching and effective learning by conferring awards upon faculty and students who have earned recognition for exceptional achievements. Each and every member of our faculty is committed to outstanding teaching. Yet the Distinguished Teaching Award recognizes one faculty member each year who has a particularly outstanding record of teaching at UW-Bothell. The recipient of this year's Distinguished Teaching Award, chosen by a committee based on recommendations from students and colleagues and conferred by the president of the university, is Dr. Benjamin Gardner. Where is he? Ben? Ben has been an assistant professor in the UW-Bothell School of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences since 2008, and he serves as an example for all of us of excellence in teaching. He has consistently proven himself as an outstanding and successful teacher, mentor, and colleague. He is also an innovator. He is recognized continually for improving his own courses and actively sharing those approaches and innovations with his colleagues. His record stands as an inspiring instructor and pedagogical innovator for all of us. It's made evident by his impressive results as a student mentor. 2 of his undergraduate students have received Mary Gates Research Fellowships, and a 3rd received the UW-Bothell Undergraduate Research Award. We at UW-Bothell hold the student-faculty relationship to be paramount. With this in mind, I'm honored to introduce our University of Washington Bothell Distinguished Teacher for 2014, Assistant Professor Benjamin Gardner. This year, the faculty created a new award to honor one among their ranks who performs transformative and creative research. The inaugural winner of this Distinguished Research, Scholarship, and Creative Activity Award is Dr. Dan Jaffe. Yeah, woo, exactly right. Dan is a professor of atmospheric and environmental chemistry in the School of STEM. He is internationally recognized for his research in global and regional air pollution. He is among the most prolific researchers at the university. He's been published in more than 125 peer-reviewed journals, and his research has been cited more than 3,400 times. His research is indeed so impressive that he received a Fulbright Award this year to teach and conduct research in Naples, Italy. He is, in fact, in Italy today, conducting his Fulbright work. So I hope you will join me in celebrating and congratulating him in Italy for his outstanding achievements.
Among our 1,600 graduates this year are two special students who are receiving awards. This year's Chancellor's Graduate Medal and the President's Medal. The Chancellor's Graduate Medal is presented to a graduate student whose commitment to learning and to achieving a degree has been extraordinary, and who has been a consistent source of inspiration for faculty and fellow students. I am proud to announce Catherine Seidemann, or Kat, as the Chancellor's Graduate Medalist for 2014. Catherine has been an inspiration to her professors and to her classmates. Here's a look at her story that will also inspire you too.
Artists of all sorts often really draw on the complexities of their own lives in order to really make their work authentic and intense. And it's something that Kat does exceptionally well.
I really would like to start a workshop for domestic violence survivors. Writing is such a powerful tool. It helped me a lot, and I think it can help other people.
I've really appreciated her as an independent voice, as a really careful listener, and as someone who will interact deeply with the perspectives in the classroom.
She did this magnificent series of self-portraits this year. Taking pictures of yourself is a sort of well-established way of exploring identity in the visual world. But to use her own body as the surface for writing, you know, literally writing poems on her face, it's a beautiful way to explore the metaphors of identity.
Being a writer is a very vulnerable thing. I just didn't believe that I was smart, and I always felt like somebody would find me out that I wasn't smart enough to be doing this. That was part of the biggest challenge, probably.
I really admire Kat for her perseverance and for her questioning spirit.
I'm a domestic violence survivor. I was a drug user in the past. I've had a kind of difficult childhood.
Kat Seidemann is an exceptional student in part because of the difficulties that she's had to overcome.
There were certainly times where I was struggling and I wanted to quit. You know, a lot of people are really excited that their degree is done. I actually am going to miss it, and so it will be bittersweet for me. So it's a big deal. But I've loved my time here.
Kat, congratulations. water boards are not really designed well to, put the metal around someone's neck. So anyway, so at this point, I would like to invite President Young to the lectern to present the President's Medal. President Young.
Good afternoon and congratulations to this great class. This year's President Medalist is Kevin Call. Kevin, if you'd join me. Where is Kevin? There he is. Kevin is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Computing and Software Engineering with a 3.99 GPA. And he did tell me who gave him that A-. So now let's learn a little more about Kevin.
Kevin was in the classroom, he would ask interesting questions, but what really stood out is when the students would hand in homework on one of these designs, his were the best by far of all the students. They were just really well done, every single time.
He has this really big hair, and he likes to wear a cap, humble and nice. What else? And then just technically brilliant.
Games, I've always grown up playing games, having fun with them. And when I was younger, I thought it'd be cool if I could make games. But early on when I tried, I was a young kid. I wasn't very good at programming, and I thought, I could never do this. But when I was a tutor in the Quantitative Skills Center, one of the more senior tutors there, he was getting his degree in CSS. And I actually saw him on his laptop working on a game right there, and I was really intrigued that you could learn to do something like that going through the program here. That was probably the turning point where I was like, yeah, this is something I think I could do, and I really want to do it.
This is kind of interesting. He finished his internship at the end of the summer, and then he graduated in winter. And the company actually waited for him for 4 months, gave him job offers, say 4 months later, when you graduate, please come work for us.
I feel like that's the most important decision you can make, is to choose something that you enjoy doing, and then for the rest of your life, it won't really feel like work if you enjoy it. I think what I like about making games is just you put in a lot of work to making this product that you can show other people and be really proud of it, and hopefully you make something that's fun for them.
If I was to hire people, I would want to hire people like that. He's got passion, he's got interest, he's got technical ability, he goes deep, he also has breadth. That's good.
Lots of good memories, so it's sort of bittersweet, leaving school, you kind of miss the school environment, 'cause I had a really positive experience here. The biggest advice I can offer to any new student is find something you're passionate about and just go for it.
I am delighted to offer my congratulations. I have a small part in the program here where I have a chance to say a few words of congratulations, give you a little advice. It's 14 pages. And I realize I'm standing between you and your diplomas. So I'm just going to say something very simple. I'm going to tell you how extraordinarily proud we are of you. You've done something that, when you look out in each crowd, you say, well, a lot of people have done. But you have to remember there are very few people on this entire planet that have accomplished what you've accomplished. We couldn't be more proud of what you've done. But it also imposes a wonderful obligation to use this education on behalf of others. One of the things I love about the ethic and the environment of the entire Bothell campus is a sense that with the opportunity of a great education comes the obligation to use it on behalf of others. We know you will do that. And we are deeply proud of you, confident in you and grateful that we will be committing the future to you. So good luck, class of 2014.
Thank you, President Young. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. John Quinones. Most of us know Mr. Quinones from ABC's Primetime and the show, What Would You Do? There's a lot more to the story, so take a look.
John Quinones is the Emmy Award-winning co-anchor of ABC's Primetime and has been with the network nearly 30 years. He is the sole anchor of the Primetime series What Would You Do?, one of the highest-rated news magazine franchises in recent years. His work for What Would You Do captures the way people react when confronted with dilemmas that compel them to either take action or walk away. Quinones joined ABC News in June 1982 as a general assignment correspondent based in Miami, providing reports for World News Tonight with Peter Jennings and other ABC News broadcasts. He was one of the few American journalists who reported from Panama City during the U.S. invasion in December 1989. During his tenure, he has reported extensively for ABC News, predominantly serving as a correspondent for Primetime and 2020, and followed a group of would-be Mexican immigrants as they attempted to cross into the U.S. via the treacherous route known as the Devil's Highway. Having grown up in a poor family of migrant workers to eventually become ABC's first Latino correspondent and a 7-time Emmy Award winner, Quinones shares his powerful story with audiences around the country, encouraging them to pursue their dreams regardless of socioeconomic barriers. He particularly emphasizes the role that education played in his success. Previously, Quinones anchored the critically acclaimed ABC News special Latin Beat, which focused on the wave of Latin talent sweeping the U.S., as well as the impact of the recent population explosion and how it will affect the nation as a whole. The University of Washington Bothell is proud to present John Quinones as its 2014 commencement speaker.
Mr. John Quinones.
Hello, hello. Thank you, Dr. Ye. Wow, great to be here. Yes, thank you, thank you. What a glorious, beautiful afternoon. Yes, I do that show, What Would You Do? You know we can put those hidden cameras anywhere. So you've been warned, okay? If the person next to you passes out and you step over them to go get a drink, we're going to have to talk. So how about it, class of 2014? You did it. Congratulations. All right. What would I do? What would John Quinones do? I would congratulate each and every one of you. In fact, I'm a little jealous as we all watch you embark on this next chapter of your life. Is it exciting? Of course. Is it a little intimidating? Yeah, I understand that too. But then again, any major step in life is. So accept the challenge. You know, cherish this moment. I have to tell you, I'm really humbled to be here. Humbled because if you would have told me when I was your age, growing up in San Antonio, that someday I would be giving the commencement address at such a prestigious university, I would have laughed you out of the building. Because the world never expected much of John Quinones. Even today, I think people who see me on television have no idea the hard journey that it took for me to become an anchor at ABC News. I was born in poverty. And you know, sometimes people say we were poor, but we didn't know it. We knew we were poor. We had an old black and white television in the back of the house, and I could see how the other side lived. To the outside world, I was just another Mexican kid who came from the world of drugs, gang violence, and drive-by shootings. My father was a janitor. And my mom used to clean houses on the rich part of town. So she would do the laundry. She would scrub the floors on the wealthier areas of San Antonio. And to make matters worse, I didn't even speak English when I was 6 years old and went to school. Can you believe that? I make my living now being an anchorman at ABC. I couldn't speak a word of English when I was 6 years old. I'll never forget The first day of school in the first grade, going to Carvajal Elementary, the teacher didn't speak Spanish. I didn't speak English. This is before bilingual education. I'm sitting there in Mrs. Gregory's first grade class, and at 10 in the morning, the bell rings, and the kids all go to recess to the playground, right? Where does little Juanito Quiñones go? I walked home. I lived 2 blocks. I lived 2 blocks from school, and I remember going to home and my dear mother, Maria, saying, Juanito, ¿qué pasó? What are you doing? It's 10 in the morning. And I said, Se acabó, Mom. It's over. I love school. 2 hours. I think this is going to work out. She grabbed me by the ear and took me back to class because she knew that education would be the ticket out of the barrio. And I knew, of course, also that I had to do something to help the family at the same time. So at the age of 8 years old, I would shine shoes on Guadalupe Street in San Antonio with my cousin Joe. We charged 10 cents a pair of shoes. And I remember we would go to the bars, the cantinas in San Antonio, because the drunk people gave you more tips. And when I was 13 years old, my family did what a lot of Latino families in San Antonio did. That is, join a caravan of trucks. My father was laid off from work as a janitor. So we joined a caravan of migrant farm workers to travel 1,600 miles from San Antonio to Michigan, Traverse City, Michigan, to pick cherries. They would pay us 75 cents a bucket of cherries. And I remember it would take me like 2 hours to fill this big bucket of cherries. And then we followed the crops to Ohio to pick tomatoes. We harvested tomato. My sisters, my 2 sisters, my parents and I, for 35 cents a bushel of tomatoes. And I remember I was a champion tomato picker. But I'll never forget being, and I'm telling you this story, not just to talk about an older person telling young people, you know, this is how tough we had it. No, trust me, there's a message here. It was when I was on my knees at the age of 13 on the cold, hard ground, looking at a row of tomato plants that for a young 13-year-old boy's eyes seemed to go forever, miles and miles, early in the morning, that my father Bruno looked down at me and he said, Juanito, do you want to do this for the rest of your life, or do you want to go to college? It was a no-brainer. Of course, I wanted to go to college. Ever since I was a little boy, I wanted to be a television reporter. I loved broadcasting. And I had this big dream. But back then, very few people on television looked like John Quiñones. Even though the population of San Antonio was more than half Mexican-American, there were very few people who looked like me. And I just didn't know what my odds were of ever making it. And I'll remember my mother. She was the one who kept me going. She would say, Mijo, my son, you are just as good as those kids who live on the north side of town. It doesn't matter that you have to take bean and tortilla tacos for lunch every day while the other kids are having their fancy bologna and bread sandwiches. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you have to wear the same clothes every other day because we wash them. It doesn't matter. You are just as worthy as those other kids. And yet, it was hard to see that. In junior high school, when I would talk, because society was sending these negative messages our way. In junior high school, when I would ask my counselors, my college counselors, how do I get into college? How do I get the SAT? How do I take the ACT to get ready for college? They would say, yeah, John, that's a good idea, but we think you should get into wood shop or metal shop or auto mechanics. Not that there's anything wrong with those wonderful trades. A lot of people make a good, hard living working like that. But for them, I was just another Mexican kid who really had no chance of making it in college. They made the assumption that we often see on What Would You Do, my TV show, that they could judge me by the color of my skin. They could judge me by my accent. Well, guess what? They were wrong. They were terribly wrong. All I needed was a little help, a little inspiration. This was back during the Civil Rights Movement, and there were the words of the Reverend Martin Luther King, who said, I'll never forget that, he said, if you ever face adversity, have faith. And faith is taking that first step, even if you can't see the entire staircase, just take that first step. And for me, taking that first step was asking for help, applying for government help to get to college. And I was accepted into a federal anti-poverty program called Upward Bound. Do you know Upward Bound? If it wasn't for Upward Bound, I wouldn't be here. Thank God for Upward Bound. The theory back then, devised by President Kennedy, was that the way to end poverty was through education. What a brilliant thought. Now you, the class of 2014, you'll also be living examples of that. But, you know, it won't always be easy, because even after I graduated from college, I still couldn't get a job in television. Basically, I was told I was good enough for radio. I was a good radio reporter. I had a good voice, but that was it, that I would never make it in television. And I was depressed. I was on the brink of giving up and give up on my dream. But then I came to my senses. I said to myself, I'm not about to let the naysayers, those people who don't believe in me, I'm not going to let them win. So I decided that I would force society to believe in me. I applied for graduate school at the best journalism school in the country, Columbia University, an Ivy League school. Like President Obama, I had the audacity of hope. I believed in myself. And I wrote an essay. I remember I wrote 2 essays on their application. And it was based on that, guess what? They not only accepted me to Columbia University, but I got a fellowship to study there. The message was simple. The message was simple. Thank you. The message was, when the going gets tough, you just gotta keep on pushing. After graduating from Columbia University, I got my first job in television in Chicago, and there was no holding me back. From there, Central America, this was back in the 80s, and Central America was blowing up. There were wars going on, some of you might remember, not the students, but there were these wars going on in Nicaragua, El Salvador, Panama, Honduras, and ABC News was looking for someone to cover that region. And guess who they turned to? This young reporter. I just won my first Emmy in Chicago, and I got hired to cover Central America back in the 80s for Peter Jennings, who was our great anchorman that we had. The irony was that this was a kid who used to get punished for speaking Spanish in school. I wind up getting a job, my dream job in network television, precisely because I speak Spanish. I spent a decade down there covering Central America, and I'll never forget Peter Jennings. There was this one time when I was being asked, I thought I was going to get an interview with the president of Nicaragua. So I called New York and I told Peter Jennings on the phone, I've got this big exclusive tonight on World News Tonight. He said, great, young man, congratulations. Well, then later the president's office calls me and says in Nicaragua, he won't be able to do the interview after all. And I thought, oh no. Now I got to call Peter Jennings in New York, my anchorman, who was like James Bond. This guy was intimidating, and I had to tell him that the interview was not going to happen. And I'll never forget his words. He said, John, young man, he said, this is going to happen again in your life, in your career, but don't worry about that. You have a unique ability, he said, to connect with certain people. Don't worry so much, he said, about speaking to the movers and shakers. Speak to the moved and the shaken. In other words, talk to real people. You know, politicians, the presidents of corporations, they can always call a press conference and get their message out. But the people who are the victims of war, natural disasters, the peasants, the people who have no voice, those are the ones you should concentrate on reporting on. And I carried that message with me to this day. And along the way, I've learned that so much of success, so much of making it in this world is a state of mind. When you're faced with challenges, as you no doubt will be, keep reminding yourselves that you are worthy. When someone is trying to bring you down, as many people try to bring me down, they're just projecting their own problems and failings on you. Pay them no mind. Ignore them. Instead, surround yourselves with people who believe in you. Yes, you should persevere, work hard, all that, because in the end you will be better for it. But you also have to, in your mind, envision yourself as a success. Cleanse your brain of those negative influences. Ignore those messages that society, those negative messages that society so often gives us, especially people of color. If you believe in yourself above everything else, then no one can stop you. And one other thing, whatever profession you pursue, make sure that it's not just a job. As Tal told us a little while ago, make it a career that you have a real passion for, something that you would do even if you wouldn't get paid to do, something that burns a fire in your belly, because that's where you should be headed. And please know that, money and material things, they alone won't make you happy. The love of discovery, the joy of adventure, the satisfaction of helping others, making a difference in people's lives, giving a voice to people who don't have a voice. Now there is true reward. There is true happiness. And toward that end, do not forget the people you've left behind, your younger brothers and sisters, and those other kids back in your communities and your neighborhoods who may lack hope, ambition, or enthusiasm. Go back there and become their role models. Inspire them. Let them see that if you could do it and you could make it in college and excel as you have, then of course they can too. And as you move through life, be concerned about your character, not so much your reputation, because your character is what really, really matters. That's who you truly are. Your reputation, that's merely what other people think of you, and that often is based on flawed perceptions and faulty assumptions. And finally, as you venture out today and tackle the world with all the success that I know you will have, try not to judge others based on their looks, the color of their skin, or the world that they come from. After hosting What Would You Do for a number of years now, I've learned that we've got a lot of work to do when it comes to interracial relationships, race, gay issues, bullying. We've got a lot of work to do. And, when it comes down to giving a helping hand to people who need it. So I want to leave you this afternoon with one story, one of my favorite What Would You Do stories. We filmed a segment in Newark, New Jersey, which forced people to decide, what would you do if you're walking down the street and you see someone in front of you just collapse? And you're on your way to school. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. You got to get to work. What do? When we did it with a well-dressed businesswoman in her 40s who looked like she was going to work, she falls. She was an actress. She was a stunt artist. When that happened to her, people immediately came to her side and covered her with their coats. They made a pillow for her and called 911, called an ambulance for this woman. It happened over and over again. We were kind of impressed. Wow. So then we thought, what if it's a homeless person who collapses? And this person is old, raggedy, dirty, poor, holding a beer can in their hand. So we had an actor, stunt artist, play that role. He's walking down the street. He suddenly collapses. No one else knows that this is part of the show. And guess what? No one would help him. 88 people walked by, stepping over him, and no one would stop. It happened over and over again. So we were just about ready to break the scene, and I was about ready to come out and tell everybody it's the show, when suddenly we hear the tapping on the sidewalk. And it's the walking cane of a woman who's coming down the sidewalk. And we notice she comes into the frame, and it's this African-American woman who has had a stroke and is homeless herself. Guess what? She stops. And she starts asking people go by, excuse me, do you have a cell phone? Can someone call 911 for this man? She was black, he was white. Not that that should matter. And 22 more people go by, and no one calls 911. She then stumbles over, because remember, she's had a stroke, and she leans over to the man on the ground, and she takes the beer can out of his hand, and she stumbles over and puts it in the trash can, as if to give the man a bit of dignity. Still, no one will stop. 18 more people go by. This woman looks up to the heavens and shakes her head as if to be asking, God, how can you allow this to happen? And then she goes back down again toward him, and he was wearing a microphone so we could hear all this. He was wearing a hidden mic. And she says to him, sir, I don't know your name, but my name is Linda Hamilton, and I'm homeless too. But don't you worry, my man. I want to call you Billy, she goes. She goes, Billy, don't you worry, my man. I want to stay here until help arrives. And finally, a woman stops, calls 911, and then, of course, we break the scene. I come out with the cameras. And in the rush of all that, in the excitement of all that, our hero, Linda Hamilton, walks away. See, we weren't able to find her. We put the story on the air on What Would You Do 2 weeks later. And after it aired, hundreds of people sent in emails, Twitter, called me on my office phone, wanting to know who she was. Our viewers, like yourselves, set up a Facebook page for her called Touched by an Angel, Touched by Linda Hamilton, and they raised $8,000 for this woman. So then we have to go find her, right? How are we going to get the money to her? So we spent 2 weeks in Newark, New Jersey, going to liquor stores, homeless shelters, the train station, with her picture saying, has anyone seen this woman? Has anyone seen Linda Hamilton? And finally, we found her. And my producer said, John, you got to come, and we're going to film it. So we did. We sit on the church steps in Newark, New Jersey. And I said to her, Linda, you've caused quite a stir. I want you to look at this piece. And I showed it to her on my laptop. And she looked at me, and she goes, wait a minute, that's me. I said, yes. You were on national television, and you caused quite a stir. So we gave her the $8,000 and put it in a bank account that people had donated. We got her medicine and health hospitalization that she needed but wasn't getting, Medicaid, Medicare. We got her a place to live, and we got her what made her most excited of all, a cell phone, her own cell phone. She was jumping up and down like a 9-year-old girl. And I said, Linda, people are really calling you a hero, an angel. Are you? She said, John, I'm no hero. I'm no hero. Let me tell you what happened, she said. I think God put me on that corner on that day in Newark, New Jersey to teach your viewers a lesson because I have walked in the shoes of the homeless. She said, I did it because I wanted to help my fellow man. So this afternoon, I leave you with that, you know. Here, when you see something that's unjust and wrong out there, and the little voice in the back of your head says, do something, think about Linda Hamilton, this woman who was homeless, who had suffered a stroke, and she stopped to help her fellow man, not because she was going to get a lot of money. She didn't know that. Not because she was going to be on national television. She did not know that. She did it because, as we say in Spanish, her corazón, her heart, told her it was the right thing to do. I'm very proud of you today. Think about Linda Hamilton as you proceed with life. Compassion is a wonderful thing. The class of 2014, what should you do? Don't ever lose that sight of that compassion. And shoot for the stars. And don't allow anyone or anything to intimidate you. And if ever the chips are down, think about this Mexican kid from San Antonio who used to shine shoes for a living and used to pick tomatoes and cherries in Michigan. No one thought that he would make it. If he can make it to network news on national television, then of course anything is possible in this great country of ours. Now go out there and conquer the world. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Congratulations. Proud of you. Proud of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Quinones, thank you so much for your inspirational message. I think our graduates heard them loud and clear, and I think they will take that to their heart as they move forward. President Young.
Mr. Quinones, a wonderful presentation and something for all of us to remember. Thank you very much. Now, some of you have been waiting for this moment. We're going to actually confer the degrees. Dr. Susan Jeffords, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will present the candidates for the master's degrees, and they will be conferred by Chairman of the Board of Regents, Orrin Smith.
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Policy Studies, Master of Arts in Cultural Studies, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Nursing, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Education degrees please rise? Regent Smith, I am honored to present these master's degree candidates. I recommend that all who have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by the graduate faculty of the University of Washington Bothell be awarded their master's degrees.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the faculty of the University of Washington Bothell, I am pleased to confer upon each of you your respective degrees of Master of Arts in Policy Studies, Master of Arts in Cultural Studies, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Nursing, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Education. Congratulations. Your university is very proud of you. You will be presented this afternoon with a memento of this commencement ceremony. Please be seated and await your turn to come forward.
Candidates for the Master of Arts in Policy Studies from the School of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences. Safa Rashkan. Kathy Betteridge. Eric Hobson. Sarah Kelly. Mandy Knudsen. Lori Tuff. Omer Terrison. Candidates for the Master of Arts in Cultural Studies from the School of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences. Ronnie Tebow. Nicole Wilson. Nathan Stout. Calvin J. Timmons. Vanessa Hooper. Gina Hunter. Lauren Russell. Amber Roser. Judith Culetta. Jun Chen. Krista Bell. Bogdana M. Manola. Sophia Peel. Nora Johnson. Candidates for the Masters of Fine Arts in Creative Writing and Poetics. Chelsea Carter. Talene L. Queen. Talina Lachelle Queen. Andrew Hooskamp. James Loomis. Ellen Bauer. Joseph Satlin. Susan M. Brown. Catherine M. Seidemann. Lauren M. Light. Kelly Grace Gaddis. Billy S. Phillips. John Boucher.
Candidates for the Master of Nursing. Timothy L. Meeks. Melissa Ann Liu. Maria S. Turla de Vera. Gwendolyn B. Portes. Rosaline Hill. Ina Polyanskaya. Susan A. Talbot. Shirley M. Stearns. Andrea M. Dryden. Michelle Renee Walters. Catherine Mann McFarland. Diana M. Caraway. Tara Mae Giles. Dean C. Dudgeon. Kathleen A. Pendleton. Jacqueline C. Nelson. Jamie R. Navetta. Pius Mbithi. Suleiman Jobarta. Lisa L. Zerby. William S. Burko. Eric R. Laporte.
Candidates for the Master of Science in Computer Science and Software Engineering from the School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Sinduri Bolisetti. Harshada Holi. Shivani Shikanteshvara. Priti Rajaram. Amla Gandhi. Sherry Wasus. Olajumoke Fajime. Tuan Tran. Tung Tran. Brett Yasutake, Carissa Chang, Garrick Solberg, Joshua Smith,
Candidates for the Master of Business Administration from the School of Business. Aaron P. Van Dyke. Richard T. Shaw. Matt C. Racy. Tommy Kwong. Kenneth Y. Huang. Sarah B. Heyer. Kelly L. Ross Gentry. Carrie Hale. Julie A. Rolleman. Jennifer Landry. Liesel Weisling. Tiffany DeFarbus. Kelly Y. Seepipot. Joshua Williams. Ahmad T. Basada. Daniel Yurkowski. Robert M. Thody. Jimmy J. Kim. Lester Yim. Derek Lake. Philip Hasnerl. Heidi Hubach. Catherine Galloway. Samantha Berg. Darren Bashulek. Alicia Watress. Emma Elizabeth Wilson. Jessica Jean. Catherine Gregory. Catherine Jester Broad. Carolina Cartier. Elizabeth Woman. Nai Hua Ku. Yan Gao. Chris Kroback. Joel Ryan Lentz. Yi Ming Wen. Sergi Lomakin. Derek B. Mitchell. Justin Warren. Flint Jameson. Nathan Molsey. Griffin Ross. John Bush. Jason Keel. Jake R. Tadema. TJ Armstrong. Chandrasekhar Sugunan. And An Dam.
Candidates for the Master of Education. Nicole Preston. Trish Campbell. Karen D. Mataya. Kimberly E. Nelson. William Shaney. Carla Leon. Karen Shea Knowles. Christy Tom. Donna Spencer. Gail Walters. Caitlin Vatt. Danielle Severson. Elise Spencer. Elizabeth M. Weaver. Yulika A. Luopa. Raina L. Carter. Annette Sternberg. Jillian Lim. Kesia Fox. Jana Sanchez. Christian Dahl, excuse me. Adi Gregor. Tanisha Fremstad. Bonnie Mattelioni. Haley Conrad. Carmel Brewer. Christy Graham. Tiffany Kirk. Stephanie White. Jennifer Kane. Diana Butler. Joshua L. Scott. Jane Tracy Frederick. Aubrey Mathwig. Taylor C. Weaver.
Congratulations to all of our Master Degree candidates. Please join me in congratulating them. The candidates for bachelor's degrees will now be presented by Dr. Susan Jeffords, and the degrees awarded and conferred by Chairman of the Board, Orrin Smith.
This is the best part of the afternoon. Will the baccalaureate degree candidates please rise? Regent Smith, I have the honor to present these candidates for the baccalaureate degree. I recommend that all who have fulfilled the degree requirements be awarded their degrees.
On behalf of the Board of Regents and the faculty of the University of Washington Bothell, I am pleased to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree. Congratulations. Your university is very proud of you. You will be presented this afternoon with a memento of this commencement ceremony. Please be seated and await your turn to come forward.
Candidates for the School of Business. Talwinder Singh Hothi. Connor Wood. Cole Erickson. Riley S. O'Sullivan. Lindsay M. Smith. Melanie N. Robayo.
Ariane Slater.
Cynthia T. Tran.
Amanda R. Frater.
Miranda J. Mortensen.
Georgia M. Howe.
Charles Gaipeng Zen.
Christina E. Vagan.
Yiying Shen.
Paula Bensvotska.
AJ Sibley.
Tori Tenoy.
Jeremy Tran.
Jerry D. Nigel.
Andrew D. Chemis.
Sultan A. Yada.
Kyle J. Patterson.
Chris S. Wu.
Tung Cheng.
Yo-Yo Johanna.
Chi Hui Lin.
Sydney M. Banks.
Ting Chen Chu.
Samantha M. Wong.
Yingqi Liang.
Cassidy Butler.
Alex Kielyu.
Tubas S. Patay.
Pavol Musachuk.
Jerome Name.
Nicole C. Boyd.
Eric M. Johnson.
Maya M. Yamaguchi.
Robert M. Ebert.
Rebecca DeMello.
Veronica L. Once.
Christy Nikitani.
Tyler M. McDowell.
Valeria Savas.
Kira Wilson.
Eric Lim.
Tim Coombs.
Dominic Choi.
Travis E. Pedersen.
Yanjin Liao.
Carl L. Agabaha. Thank you.
Chen Hao Yin.
Isaac C. Cho.
Frank Yu.
Robert M. Bratton.
Derek Yang.
Alan Y. Merced.
Tiffany Liu.
Adrian Tizer.
Yana Katrusin.
Edward G. Sanchez.
David J. Dalby.
Daniel Sanchez.
Bonnie Wong.
Jazz Karin Singh.
Rinky Wong.
Riti Shah David.
Christina Ma.
Tyler J. Robertson.
Michelle Z. Chen.
Christopher S. Ouch.
Wan Wong.
Michael N. Bernan.
Dai Wen.
Ang Lee.
Jimmy Guan.
Yi Hua Fang.
Carla Armendariz.
Jonathan H. Cho.
Hill Fowler.
David Y. So.
Ha N. Nagayan.
John Wu. Randy Chan.
Michael R. Ward.
Lap Soup.
Jason M. Turner.
Than Trong.
Peter S. Hum.
Ann Tran.
Jacob A. Vrabel.
Hong Tran.
Jeremy F. Steerdevant.
Carmen Hong.
Matthew N. Featherstone.
Alexandro Stroba.
Yeah!
Jason Miller.
Daniel J. Rice.
Dan R. Keys.
Salwin Nidu.
David C. Dennison.
Jonathan C. King.
Taria Nakavi.
Josh Leon.
Ko Jong.
Amy Lee.
William Sunito.
Ashley N. Sandell.
Andre Sumardi.
Stevie R. Jones.
Paulus J. Antrano.
Yasuki Jono.
Marcella T. Tawandi.
Gary B. Chu.
Hu Chan.
Fong Win.
Daniel W. Lee.
Jessica A. Stavik.
Rand Lee.
Tiffany M. Davis.
Adam R. Anderson.
Fardaza S. Ali.
Michael Lee.
Vanessa N. Dugan.
Dietrich Schumann.
Diego Campos.
John D. Anderson.
Nick McLean.
Pedro S. Aguta.
Trenton T. Scott.
John R. Mandela Jr.
Lydia C. Lee.
Kelsey A. Pedler.
Yasemin Asan.
Stacy M. Robinson.
Umar Samad.
Rachel F. Alley.
Mari A. Hirano.
Nicholas K. Marshall.
Chantel F. Booth.
Jia Wei Chi.
Jennifer Sang.
Matthew G. Olson.
Peter D. Scroggins.
Andrew Sharon.
Jamil Cobb.
Nathaniel R. DeHorta.
Abraham S. Hiyun.
Joshua M. Mott.
Tyler S. McDougall.
Lem U. Lampton.
Monica S. Ouch.
Rebecca Dobson.
Cindy V. Oros.
Vanessa Ying Hong Zhang.
Yasina Cisneros.
Kan Young Lee.
Brianna M. Jackson.
N. Annie Lee.
Yulia A. Zadoro.
Sarah Wadler.
Suben Boone.
Nigel M. Ramig.
Scott B. Burlingame.
Ko Sal Singh.
Marshall F. Smith III.
Zachary N. Nyman.
Chris Lampe.
Alex Porzeri.
Sam T. Charos.
Alicia Felstead.
Ray Chung Chen.
Alex K. Stead.
John Vesiosuk.
Daniel Ching.
Robert G. Wright.
Man Nim Deer Vinings.
Michael B. Urser Jr.
Ike Stevenson. Steven.
C.D. Lucas.
Dong Yong Gong.
Daniel A. Jewell.
Margaret E. Halstead.
Thomas G. Jewell. Christopher R. Ladd.
Emilia A. Gallagher.
Desi N. Niklova.
Fu Yang Bao.
Lawrence M. Mooney.
Kimberly D. Kendrick.
David S. Harris.
Itgail At Churimin.
Joe Hanrahan.
Catherine A. Hoyer.
Ryan A. Phillips.
Greta Ruinska.
Robert Lee.
Monica A. Pierce.
Wesley Chi.
Michelle L. Martin.
Peter Burnett.
Shady S. Taradi.
San A. Shah.
Siyune.
Alan Wong.
Seema C. Schminks.
Alec Chin.
Michelle T. Wu.
Venus Wong.
David E. Wright.
Christy Kwok.
Diana Nordstrom.
Zoe Law.
Kristen A. Harris.
Zoe C.
Justin K. Sparks.
Yanni Lee.
Brendan J. Baldui.
Sunny Lung.
Tindui G. Abugo.
Cyrus Lamb.
Earl H. Davis.
Sean Yang.
Chloe Leatherman.
Vincent Chang.
Jeffrey Davis.
Genia Liu.
Amilda Melendez.
Quinn Jason Jin.
Elliot Lowe.
Chris Penn.
Lisa Dong.
Sauni Ma.
Liliana Costilla.
Jennifer Yang.
Juanita Calif.
Kana Mi.
Sirapur S. Shelton.
Wit Win.
Amir D. Akbas.
Kevin Chow.
Carolyn M. Coe.
Yifu Ya.
Anthony J. Armfield. Sadia Noring. Carrie Ung.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing and Bachelor of Arts in Health Studies. Whitney C. Estes.
Sandra Elizabeth Ann Bell.
Tessa R. McElraith.
Tracy L. Sullivan.
Natalia Ziybek.
Fanice Okioma.
Khadijatu Toure.
Erwin Esquera.
Amber R. Hoagland.
Janae Epp.
Jennifer L. Fitzsimmons.
Loke Laking Sanders.
Rocio Jasmine Tapia.
Karen S. Hayward.
Amber S. Hopkins.
Isaiah Anderson.
Miriam Witt.
Erica Whitaker.
Claire C. Shook.
Lisa Neisinger.
Sally J. Tamblin.
Patricia L. Buckingham.
Alex Marie Dunn.
Sarah J. Bushell.
Kathleen Chan Eng.
Beverly Selda.
Bren Hammond.
Jessica Megan Witzergard.
Joy B. Parley.
Shauna K. Buford.
Judith Wallace.
Chris A. Clavey.
Gretchen R. Maxalis.
D'Amica J. Siga.
Abrima Sisi.
Lisa M. Davidson.
Adiam Jide.
Ahmed Zina.
Azeb Kabede.
Fistum G. Bellet.
Annalisa M. Allen.
Molly B. Guthrie.
Lindsay F. Agan.
Catherine
Hagan.
C. England.
Brenda M. Pearsall.
Elena M. Cooper.
Joy Nichols.
Melissa J. Royal.
Darren T. Desmond.
Micah Crisp.
Susan M. Richter.
Rochelle S. Rivera.
Sarah Catherine Robson.
Chivley Noor.
Erica E. Gisti.
Mickey
Tracy Van Sloten.
Yi Son Sim.
Kathleen M. Humphrey.
Samantha Fu.
Erin Elizabeth Newman.
Praya.
Jason L. Francis.
Natalie Strong in.
Kimberly T. Potts.
Amber Palermo.
Tiona Tinner.
Jeffrey N. Dietman.
Mariama Jaalti.
Laba Terashan.
Melissa Pham.
Kristen L. Peratt.
Atsumi Miyata.
Bradley J. Berto.
Pamela Kirtsakun.
Jennifer Smith.
Jasmine Sooth.
Heather A. Wheeler.
Hager L. Gadok.
Deborah J. Bacchus.
Lindsay N. Arb.
Nancy L. Candlebrink.
Alexandra Winters.
Terry L. Clark.
Jamie L. Hoeth.
Kim B. Meeker.
Julia A. Bigelow.
Alexa G. Dang.
Mary C. Curley.
Saliha Nuwaz.
Jessica S. Johnson.
Tricia Jenkins.
Carly Lamfer. Fear.
Jamie L. Gray.
Carrie A. Johnson.
Stephanie L. Huntington.
Michaela J. Gilbertson.
Megan R. Browning.
Courtney A. Lever.
Jennifer L. Silva.
Julia Melondon.
Dylan C. Bennett.
Hillary T. McGregor.
Elaine Omayun.
Anya Rasmussen.
Mary Ramos.
Hazel Batey.
Lola L. Jackson.
Erica L. Zirk.
Jennifer J. Ronan McNew.
Nehemiah R. Zarate Rourke.
Catherine A. Bardson.
Paul D. Grantham Jr.
Chelsea A. Beer.
Dada Cham.
Jennifer Weirton.
Edwin K. Gatata.
Bryn Colleen Kelly.
Sue W. Kim.
Christine Francis.
Abeba Vanderberg.
Katie Narta.
Anissa M. Jamale.
Okay.
Rahma Hussein Arrero.
Rosalie T. Volpain, YOT.
Salem T. Stefanos.
Autumn J. Konaske.
Andreas Abera.
Luis O. Soltau.
Adonom Tekle Haimanot.
Sue Jagman Lee.
Lena P. Robinson.
Teshome Shisko. Christina Cash Thomas.
Candidates from the School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Today we present a Bachelor of Science degree to the late Malin Trey. This degree is presented in Malin's memory and being accepted by Dr. Elaine Scott, Dean of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Koa Dong.
Gregory D. White.
Daniel A. Lombardo.
Mike Abruzzi.
Valerie D. Miller.
Eamon D. Maguire.
Jessica Eggers.
Sean Gurzado.
Sky V. Gregory.
Connor Blazer.
Sherry Hott.
Brian Peacocks.
Kyle T. Dick.
James A. Hanks.
Craig C. Lacrone,
Nathan J. Duncan,
Joey Schooley,
Karen A. Potts,
Christopher D. Ross,
Martin Deco,
Patrick R. Hunter,
Eric E. Westover,
Young M. Kim,
Timothy A. Vlago,
Azelis Burnett,
Keith A. Rawson,
Colin Fang,
Mila Gorlovan,
Lisa X. Kwong,
Michael Tran,
Morgan Ashley Yokoyama,
Chris L. Dustin,
Pearl Chan,
Wilson Liu,
Bindu Musunuru,
Jackie Wong,
Biondi Loon,
Andrew J. Harvey,
Kevin B. Call,
Mitch J. Carlson,
Joseph S. Pennington,
Demeter Dimitrov,
Igor Umel,
Elliot M. Shanks,
Ryan Druckman,
Brandon G. Roth,
Stephen Su,
Joseph Hoff,
Chamnat Lim,
David H. Au,
Ratanak Chia,
Quinn Win Vo,
Gregory P. Abdo,
Marlon Mu,
Rio P. Atamja,
Fakarti A. Sakta,
Noel Deep,
Sarah Corinne Greenwald,
Juan Martinez,
Uyanga Inkbold,
Kalina Kalchiva,
Alman Hassan,
Chaz Shah,
Lada Farah,
Danielle Jenkins,
Misa Tran,
Sean M. Blackburn,
Jessica L. Wang,
Michael A. Letter,
Yi H. Liu,
Matthew B. Parker,
Hein P. Long,
Teresia L. Junaidi,
Jeff R. Chang,
Ryan Bartlett,
Saad Saif,
Fernando Arnez,
Edward Callahan,
Amita Sharma,
Tony Cassetto,
Allison Sanders,
Krisha Tara Buschetti,
Brian Landis,
Blake Gunselman,
Anna Rutan,
Mai Fan,
Kelly N. Wachter,
Lindsay J. Jones,
Tatiana Benedetto,
Sharon Weisberg,
Megan Charlton,
Sarah Kolji,
Alicia M. Deering,
Pi M. Custom,
Helen J. Wiltsey,
Lauren Altman,
Briar Barges, Briar M. Burgess,
Jan Tyne,
Laura Morrison,
Ama Garamiska,
Karen Sloty,
Xiao Si,
Win Tong,
Kevin Hunt,
Siam Badi,
Audrey Brosheko,
Xantir M. Werner,
Lingan Wu,
Gregory W. Parker,
Shadin Shaman,
Jonathan H. Mason,
Samantha H. Horvath,
Shahin Nahrar,
Krill Fortigen,
Andrew R. Hansen,
Chance A. Jones.
Kit Tink. Travis John.
Ariane Nigdi.
Travis Johnston.
Rob Tooney.
Kevin Clayton.
Paig Fiji. Rudy Cheng.
Kevin Chow.
Ravita K. Om.
Johnny Wren.
Romario R. Garcia.
Mai Vu.
Reda L. Desha.
Lu Cheng. Talha S. Mangrio.
Abraham Agashi.
Hui Q Fan.
Jason A. Adamson.
Sohair D. Ahmed.
Igor Shesmastov.
Angelica M. Christie.
Isaac D. Oquist.
Krill Gritsenko.
Ang Bui.
Christina Raby.
Joseph M. Doe.
Wendy D. McDonald.
Brett A. Van Hoff.
Max H. Menenberg.
This is the last set.
Ross Erickson and Saya Erickson.
That's me.
Candidates from the School of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences. Shane W. Pearson. Katie
Kelly Shaw.
Katie Hill.
Michael Krebs. Alina A. Williams.
Shadlan Husseini.
Nita Olovich.
Nancy Morales.
Ash Min.
Irene Bekanit.
Marine Nigel.
Hanan Sarasivic.
Brianna E. Youngquist.
Desislava S. Petrova.
Amber H. Loeb.
Catherine M. Larson.
Kirsty A. Barnes.
Stephanie C. Duque.
Annabelle Rodriguez.
Taylor O. Summers.
Jason G. Hampton.
Lauren M. Ingram.
Nicholas D. Chu.
Sarah Coates.
Ashman J. Karim.
Eliza Collette.
Alexander W. Brockway.
Marina Ewing.
Andrew J. Shen.
Alex M. Hayes.
Gina Cho.
Janice Japp.
Angelina J. Libri.
Rachel Ronti.
Evan G. Carlo Cranes.
Gracia R. Emanuel.
Molly D. Maggie.
Neda Rabanian.
Allison J. Irving.
Amin Manier.
Michael G. Dixon.
Samantha C. Demaris Hansen.
Logan Compo.
Kimberly L. Norby.
Gina Davis.
Maria L. Stoica.
Rachel L. Harris.
Ryan M. Isaacson.
Carter Wiley.
Carlin S. Salvadalena.
Zachary R. Weissman.
Corinna Van Hurston.
Elizabeth G. Grant.
James Condon.
Caleb W. White.
Robert Gershberg.
Justin L. Stroiken.
Slavek Stashik.
Holly A. Jordan.
Brian Chungsik Kim.
Leanne Friedman McKean.
Caitlin A. Nidluck.
Mikkel Bonzio.
Stephen J. Cardaminas.
Rebecca Dachon.
Douglas C. Stewart.
Katrina L. Cohn.
Miles J. Lambden.
Marcus Mickelson.
Jeffrey E. Harris Barnett.
Carly A. Peterson.
Kyle A. Kraus.
Laura K. Horn.
Drew Stone.
Morgan R. Bertel.
Cassandra N. Bruner.
Leah F. Jones.
Haley J. Duke.
Wendy Davis Rich.
Kayla Francisco.
Brian Holiday.
Brittany M. Juarez.
Bradford L. Lakely.
Sarah L. Painter.
Nicholas R. Steen.
Tamara C. DeBar.
Carly Wong.
Gabriella R. Krillman.
Christopher B. Wright.
Kaylani Arrington.
Rebecca M. Matthews.
Roxanne J. Wynn.
Ji Hoon Pak.
Sana R. Yassin.
Shibiki Hanai.
Christine Beth Girardi.
Navarre Kerr.
Maria Margaretha Wauer.
Blaine Million.
Mai Fan Huang.
Ashley K. Policarpio.
Yamara Bedoya.
Sarah V. Sandy Fia.
Shauna S. Grimm.
Julia C. Nelson.
Io Chiang Lau.
Casey J. Corcoran.
Frank Yu.
Lisa M. Maynard.
Annie L. Nguyen.
Chad R. Bates.
Ellie Tarian.
Jeremy R. Pagely.
Anna K. Bolton.
Joseph C. Chong.
Jennifer L. Olson.
Freeman M. Saloon.
Daniel Olivares.
Ho Yin Kong.
Caitlin E. Langmeet.
Curtis T. Locke.
Megan M. Schmeirer.
Ariel K. Davidson.
Amanda Marie Grantham.
Michael L. Tom.
Ariel Marie Farner.
Tarek Sandarusi.
Stephanie Megan Pipes.
Alyssa K. Morgan.
Crystal Nicole Hernandez.
Sean Peterson.
Marlene Manzo.
Rachel Mears.
Michael J. Tennyson.
Ian C. Almason.
Chelsea O. Atkins Stewart.
Ryan D. Carlson.
Grace E. Fox.
Sabian Fobra.
Lamia Barkat.
Michelle A. Wank.
Brisina Yen.
Misty A. Rangilli.
Kelsey R. Summers.
Bonnie Chavez.
Carly Elizabeth Kraft.
Tara D. Medugal.
Ashley L. Willemsey.
Doris Janera Stroud.
Christina M. Jew.
Duke D. Putich. Humbe.
Rachel O. Burns.
Jonathan A. Stevenson.
Gabe A. McBride.
Alberto Vincent Ardiente.
Andrea Reef.
Madeline R. Murray.
Martha R. Richmond.
Molly E. Perry.
Alexis M. Love.
Monica A. Manzo.
Alicia M. Cortez.
Selene C. Garcia.
Heidi
Colette
Wangelin.
R. Jolliker.
Tierney R. Andrew.
Albert M. Isu.
Brian S. Trask.
Cole L. Irno.
Evan Fujioka.
Kian T. Trujillo.
Taryn M. McCormick.
Matthew W. Duba.
Mackenzie E. Kaiser.
Jenna F. Beverly.
Jessica L. Ray.
Diana Ponce.
Vivian C. Lim.
Rocio C. Luna Garcia.
Joanne Chan.
Sean Ford.
Leona Viese.
Amy J. Chook.
Alexander Magadam.
Yana Shamalwa.
Emily S. Elias.
Jessica N. Rowe.
Danny Adam Almeida.
Arushna M. Jawadana.
Brittany C. Kirchner.
Uli Shah.
Sarah Lynn Titterness.
Mitchell C. Jones.
Holly Bell.
Shauna Free.
Kamalpreet Kaur.
Wee Ha Sun Tu.
Shana's Hermana.
Chu Chen Chu.
Devira Lamb.
Jim Tsai.
Odelu Zukanov.
Arson S. Karandi.
Vincent James Mangalaban Granadas.
Amy Van Det.
Andrew T. Leclerc.
Sarah Park.
Eric J. Sy.
Jonas Strosa.
Victor Wynn.
Luis M. Ballesteros.
Melissa L. Tran.
Yasmin L. Luzonares.
Mark Oliver D. Portacio.
Crystal J. Main.
Elaine Jessica L. Bondok.
Ko Wee Husu.
Rachel Day Schneider.
Kong M. Chang.
Ashley N. Mathis.
Kai Ling Hasi.
Tabitha K. Sleesman.
Ying Lee.
Sarah Sumru.
Hoi T. Pang.
Iva Nguyen.
Si Ru Chen.
Lauren N. Spatz.
Chun Chi Cheng.
Caitlin R. Levesque.
Kartik Chanan.
Cassidy M. James.
Aloman Chernish.
Larissa V. Law.
Jake J. Stapp.
Kara Kopkas.
Farzad Eddie Saab.
Vivian L. Wang.
Olga Ari Hopolsa.
Tina Chung.
Ariana Bankston.
Sarah S. McDonald.
Daniel M. Storbeck.
Justin A. Klein.
Niels Franknor.
Brandon S. Vanna.
Jocelyn Pilek.
Echo D. Walker.
Ashley R. Magdal.
John C. Wilkinson.
Shirley J. Portuguese.
Ryan R. Jameson.
Matt Owens.
Yvonne Anthony Lopez.
Felicia Schmidt.
Frank Nicholas Miranda.
Alisa S. Sakuria.
Kerubal G. Woldemarian.
Redit Getun.
Koichiro Ikeda.
Hannah A. Mohammed.
Kana Takeuchi.
Tanisha G. Moet.
Yu Otsuka.
Stephanie Chavez.
Yukari Himi.
Michael Morin.
Wasim Subait.
Eric J. Solbucken.
Jace A. Reed.
Taylor A. Norton.
Liam M. Munro.
Kaylee A. Chaplin.
Christopher Reeves.
Tiffany J. Chung.
Chase E. Anderson.
Makaya D. Hoggins.
Miriam Cisneros.
Victoria Wynn.
Annie Tran.
Jenna Stottlemyre.
Martin D. Yanagihara.
So Yi Choi.
Vicente Aberian.
Christina L. Riken.
Janae Ginto.
Shannon Lee Kehoe.
Shawnice A. Drayton.
Cho Ting Lo.
Caitlin A. Ingham.
Chung Chung Sun.
Lindsay Starton.
Jacqueline D. Doe.
Cami A. Peterson.
Gabriella Coco.
Joe A. Dreer.
Teresa L. Turner. R. Turner, sorry.
Gunnar R. Nelson.
Shaniqua R. Shuffler.
Yumi Lee.
Yohei Koto.
J.D. Liu.
Tatsuya Ayon.
Bolartuya Boldbatar.
Yutang Wu.
Than Swang.
Sophia N. Coley.
Boris Yoon. Teresa Polindo.
I know them. Thank you.
Rhonda M. Goodrich. Edwina S. Cooey. Kathleen Noel Daniels. Riley M. Weisenberger. Aisha K. Kadri. Taylor M. Cowles. Jahangir Barlas. Julie A. Price. Madeline L. Swittergall. Kyle E. Mary. Yu Shin. Hylone T. Wynn. Tedros Ogamichael.
Candidates who are receiving their Washington State teaching certificates. Tamarin Reed. Cassandra Warren Purston. Navarette Greenwald. Maurice Acevedo. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, y'all. So today's commencement exercise commemorates your graduation, but there is one more thing you should know before we close. You can now stay connected with us and with your fellow graduates on the new UW Bothell LinkedIn page. Not a paid commercial, but you can stay connected with us. If you haven't already done it, go to LinkedIn and get connected to the UW Bothell page, or Facebook, or Twitter. So now, class of 2014, you may, actually, why don't you stand up? You may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Congratulations.
As the ceremony concludes, please remain in your seats until the recessional is complete. As you exit, please do so in an orderly manner, and please do not block any aisles or doors. Thank you. The 23rd Annual Commencement Ceremony of the University of Washington Bothell is now concluded.
We did. Yay for us. You know what I'd like? I'd like to get a quartet of those skewed Bothell chairs because they look comfortable. University of Washington Bothell chairs, they have the big cushion. Yeah. I think they'd be, foreign chairs. That's it. We'd like this thing to get again.
Can you afford to have it stay on later? Pardon me? Can you afford to have it stay later? No, I doubt it. Although, what am I saying?